So it is what it
What up,
is.
Brody?
What's going on, my
So now you
guys?
bring the
Quick
negativity.
pause. Let me hold up. Let me roll out the red carpet for my brother AD.
It's about to get stupid.
Yeah, I heard. I wish AD was here. AD's here, baby.
Yes, sir.
AD is
Yes, sir.
here.
I love it. AD, we're gonna circle back to Bill Belichick, man, because he just got his flowers, and I know you're gonna step on him. But we talking about Cam right now. You just got here. You're late. The ball is in your court. Talk to me about Cam.
Well, shout out to Cam, man. Salute for him for getting back on the roster.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I won money off that game yesterday. I knew they was gonna kind of rally around Cam and that energy. I mean, his first 2 plays were 2 touchdowns. I mean, that might be like an NFL record or something. I don't know. But kudos to him. Now let's go back to this Belichick shit, y'all. I mean, yo, this is now y'all gotta understand. I said y'all gotta week by week, y'all gotta understand what I said about Belichick. I don't. It's not that I don't think Belichick's the GOAT. I think it's questioned without Brady. Is he the GOAT? And that's what I was saying, because he doesn't have a winning record without Brady. Y'all bring up Matt Castle. That's 11-5 1 year. So what? What about all these other years?
Coach has a winning record without some top dogs.
I tried to explain that to him last week, DC.
No coach has winning records without top dogs.
But in your words, Brady ain't a top dog. So what do you? So what's the point?
No, Brady is a top dog. He's just
he is a top dog.
He
now.
just called him the GOAT.
Oh, now he's the GOAT.
I said he's just not the GOAT.
He said he's not the GOAT. He's just a top dog, but he's not the GOAT.
He's a top dog. Okay. Brady's great.
Okay.
He's the greatest of all time.
Yo, let me ask you a quick question, Commish. What quarterback this year leads the NFL and plays over 20 yards?
I'm probably the last person to ask on this panel that question.
Yeah, it's Tom Brady.
And you know why? And when you have people to throw it, and when you can throw it down the field to people that can get open, you're gonna throw it down the field.
And that system's not 3 to 5 yards.
That's that Tampa.
Yeah,
Tampa system not 3 to 5 yards. He got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. He can throw. You know, when you got a system like the Patriots, when they got the Wes Welkers, the Edelmans, the Detroit Browns, and all these other little dudes that are slashing and cutting,
little
running,
dudes.
You know, all those guys he made. What do you call that? The Pro Bowlers. Mm-hmm. He made all of them Pro Bowlers. So you don't need Mike Evans when you're throwing the ball 3 to 5 yards. You just need a little fast receiver to get up the field real quick, get your yards, make the play. It ain't got to be fancy. It don't got to be Peyton Manning throws down the field. Very simple football. Win the game. Do it that way. So in Tampa, he took some of that. Went and got the greatest tight end, one of the greatest tight ends of all time. Called him out of retirement, brought him back over there with Mike Evans, with Chris Godwin. You already got a squad over there. So at the end of the day, over the years, Tom Brady has become a great quarterback. He's perfected his craft. He's not in the beginning of his career anymore. So he took half of that system over there and he mixed it up with Mike Evans and the crew over there. That's what happened, AD.
Real quick, fellas, we got some love. Someone's tapping in with us again, fellas. We haven't quite figured out how to show your name when you're commenting, so we got a Facebook user. So who is the GOAT, DC? Who's the GOAT, DC?
If I had to just pick a quarterback for all time, man, I'm gonna have to go with.
Not
Peyton Manning. To me, Peyton Manning's pretty damn great. I don't think I've seen a quarterback.
What?
Who is the GOAT?
I don't think I've seen a quarterback throw the ball better than Peyton Manning.
What?
You ever heard of Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, that's what I said.
You ever heard of Aaron Rodgers?
Manning, you seen when Peyton got a little bit of DC. What happened? Started winning.
Those chicken wings.
DC, I can't let you get off the hook with that, bro. And this is why
I didn't say he's the GOAT. I said he's the best quarterback I've probably seen throw the football. I mean, I don't know how many quarterbacks you've seen, AD, that can throw the ball better than him.
DC,
Breeze,
the question
Rodgers,
is, who is the GOAT? Tell us real quick. The question, DC, is who is the GOAT?
Yeah, who's the GOAT?
That was cute, Kamish, but
Joe Montana.
Noah, you might have missed this. Earlier when we were in the back room.
He didn't get enough.
But Joe Montana played. Joe Montana played in the most famous NFL football system ever created.
Thank you. And I told him this already.
Like what? Like how?
That was back when they was running the ball.
Statement.
No,
that was back when they was running the ball.
I'm gonna break it down to you
he was
again.
Throwing slants to Jerry Rice and John Taylor all over the place.
The Joe Montana.
No,
that's what
he can't be a GOAT, and he doesn't even have a 2-to-1 touchdown ratio. I already brought this up to you again. Now I'm gonna bring it up again. He had 1,000 guy named Roger Craig. That was unheard of in that era. Then he has Jerry Rice, the greatest wide receiver ever. Then you have John Taylor,
who was nice.
Right. Then you have Tom
Rathman. John Taylor was nice. He was also the second receiver.
Right. And Dallas Clark was that dude.
And Tom Rathman was that dude.
Yep.
Right. So
and Roger Craig was that dude.
So all these weapons he had.
Hall of Fame.
You don't even have a 2-to-1 touchdown ratio.
No free agency.
In the West Coast offense.
Brent Jones. What about Brent?
Yeah.
GOAT.
Let me just say this, fellas. Let me say this, right? I had I had the pleasure of meeting some of these gentlemen in person, right?
You met Joe Montana?
Let's just look at some of these. What do you say? Little dudes. These little dudes that this guy, the Pilgrim in Tampa Bay, that made household names. If there wasn't for Brady, these dudes be working at Walmart in the distribution.
R.I.P. to David Patton.
I don't disagree with you.
Caught a ball and was knocked out and held onto it.
At the end of the day, it's football, bro. It's football. These bums, those dudes weren't.
We never heard of David Patton until he came to New England. R.I.P. to David Patton once again.
Swizzle, how hard is it? Let's be real. How hard is it for the most average receiver to run a 3-yard route and fucking cut? You learned that in Pop Warner, bro.
DC, number one, you're exaggerating this 3-yard thing. You're totally exaggerating this 3-yard thing.
Complete exaggeration.
Other screen.
You act like Joe Montana was throwing 30-yard slants all day long.
No, I'm not saying that. But give me, how hard is it to run a 3 to 5 yard route?
Let me ask you a question.
You learn that.
It's very hard. What everybody, if you're saying to do as much as the
Dorchester Eagles do it every Sunday. It ain't that hard.
No.
Dana, let me ask you a question.
The Dorchester Eagles just did it in Lynn all day yesterday.
Dana, how hard is it?
Three and out.
Dana, how hard is it to get under center and read?
Fellas.
Who won, bro?
How hard is it to do that, Dana?
We're not going to do this. 3 yards and cut.
Answer the question.
You know what's crazy? Brady don't even got to run Brady just got to say to Edelman, hey, 3 yards and cut. It's that simple. 3 yards and cut. And then guess who runs the rest of the 20-yard route? The receivers. But guess who's getting all the credit?
That's everybody.
Now I want to do the same thing.
Jerry Rice's yards after the catch was nuts when he was playing.
Jerry Rice was catching 80-yard passes.
Jerry Rice
Rice's gap was nuts.
Now let me help out with Dana's point, right? About Brady. Brady's great, right? He's the god to some of y'all, whatever, right?
He's the goat.
And I don't have a problem with white men. I don't. Before I right? let me just preface it.
Yo, what's going on here?
So I don't whatever, right? I don't have a problem with he whatever. So it's not my bias. What I'm saying is, out of every time Brady has been to the playoffs, he's had, with exception of 1 year, he's had a top 10 defense, right? Yeah. And Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning only had a top 10 defense once going into the playoffs. So there's some of that to I'm not knocking Brady at all. What I'm saying is
Corey, they don't want you telling the truth. That's why they're cutting
There's a lot of truth to Belichick being the absolute the absolute best coach to ever coach football. right?
He is.
But
real quick,
when they were losing, it was like, oh, it's all Brady. It's all Brady. Brady walked into a mall in Tampa. Belichick was at a bodega. And now we're looking at Patriots. The Patriots being the most lethal team in the NFL right now.
Real quick, fellas.
Hey, Corey, can I ask you one simple question? This is really quick, guys. I promise you this is quick.
Yes, hold up. One mic. Real quick, Ralph. You see all of our screens, how we're kind of landscape? You're still portrait. You see the borders on the side of your picture? Is there any way you can
just see if you can turn the phone. Just to the
see
side.
The black borders on the side of yours?
You got the cricket joint.
There we go.
There you go.
Cool. Gotcha. Okay.
That's what I was doing.
Ralph, I don't know why, but you got like this Florida glow to you right now, my brother.
I got a ring.
Oh,
like
okay.
this.
I got the ring. Yeah.
Yo, Corey, can I ask you one simple question?
Ralph thought because he had on fuchsia, he could do whatever he wanted. The floor is yours, real quick. Lester, I'm gonna take back control.
Okay, thank you. I promise, Corey. This is one quick question. What was Joe Montana's defense ranked?
Rick, here we go, trying to kill my team.
No, I'm just using someone who thinks Joe's the GOAT.
It's cool.
Oh,
we know what his defense was ranked.
There's no reason
2011
whether or not Joe, Mr. Over 100 QB rating, Montana is one of the top two quarterbacks ever.
I'm not questioning that. I think he is one of the top two. But what I'm asking you is you made a reference. You made a reference to I don't know if this is me doing that, but
to the top 10 defenses. I want you to answer the question for me.
Sure. I don't know, but I can tell you right now. Well, I don't know off the top of my head, but I can tell you right now, Joe Montana 49er teams that won championships had great defenses.
They were top 10.
Same with Steve Young.
Okay.
Hall of Fame linebackers, Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
Really? No. Pop quiz, Les. Other than Ronnie Lott, who was on that team?
Again, Jr., Joe Romanowski.
Romanowski was not.
No. He was with Steve Young, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. I still got no answer.
Charles Haley.
Charles Haley was on that.
No. Steve Young.
No, Charles Haley's has like 5 Super Bowls.
Okay.
Charles Haley didn't play with Steve Young.
86 Bears, Richard Dent. Name somebody else. Redskins, Dexter Manley, Charles Mann.
So are you saying? So let me ask you a question.
I don't even know.
I'm going to answer your question. So you're trying to tell me because I can't remember who was on the 49ers defense, that means that defense wasn't that good? Is that your argument?
Yeah, that's what it means.
That's a silly argument.
Other than the brother who said cut my finger off.
Back up your facts, then, bro.
That's
Back up your facts.
You want me to start Googling? Because I could do that. I mean, the Niners didn't have a whack defense under Joe Montana.
But my thing is,
Lester, I've already Googled it.
Hey, Brett Favre didn't have a whack defense.
Put it down, fellas. One mic. AC,
I'm done.
Talk to me.
I'm watching. I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here watching this nonsense. I know for a fact that, like in 2011, I'm pretty sure in the Giants Super Bowl loss, the Patriots had the worst ranked defense in the league. Not just maybe one of the worst defenses.
You're talking 2011
in history, right? Yeah. In history, and that dude brought the team 13-3 into the Super Bowl. These arguments where we're just saying the 3 to 5 yards. That's false. The arguments about the defense. The arguments about the defense are false. It takes 2 seconds to verify this information, and I sat here. I've been quiet. Well, you guys are getting out of hand with this nonsense. It wasn't the defense.
Tom Brady went fucking bananas with that.
It was incredible.
With that
incredible. The worst defense, one of the worst defenses in history. Not just the worst defense that year. One of the worst defenses in the history of the NFL.
He had the Dorchester Eagles.
What are you raising your hands up for? Your whole argument was, every year you had a top 10 defense. That's just not true. It's just not true. It's not a back and forth. It's just flat out not true. Just try to make your argument.
C-Mac, you're mute.
And most teams that get to the Super Bowl have a good defense. Like, what are you?
This argument is insane. Insane.
2011. I said except one time. That was my quote. I said every time except once.
It's been more than one time. Been more than one time.
Shows you how Brady is.
I have a question though. Is that due to the teams they played? Because remember, the Jets, Dolphins, the Bills were trash the entire time.
Let me cut you off because let me cut you off because I hate that. I hate that argument. I hate that argument because.
I got news for you because the 49ers
no,
was in
it's
a
not true.
whack-ass conference
It's not true because
the coach used to be in our division.
But what happens is, and I point this out with statistics before. When everybody goes, well, the Jets and the Dolphins and Buffalo were such and such. The fact is, no other teams had to play the Patriots for 20 years. So if you're the Jets, the Dolphins, or Buffalo, you're almost guaranteed 1 or 2 losses every season. Whereas if you're in other divisions and you don't have to play the Patriots every year and get your teeth kicked in, then those 3 teams literally started the year with an almost automatic 1 loss. So the record, when you look at their record versus the rest of the league, is not the same. When you take out the fact that they have to play the Patriots every year with 2 losses most of the years, and sometimes 1, their record is pretty much equal to the rest of the league. And people just repeat that, oh, the division was trash. If you look at every single dynasty, statistically, the division on the surface for lazy fans, every single time, their division looks trash because that division has to play that incredible dynastic team. It's very simple. The stats are right there.
What? Wow.
Fellas, hold on.
Brother Aaron is over here like
right there. It's indisputable. Where you talk about the Bulls, the 49ers, where you talk about the Lakers of that year, where you talk about the Celtics, every single one of those teams, because of the teams in their division suffered because they were given an almost automatic loss. Go look at Indiana. Go look at some of the teams that the Bulls played in their division. Go look at their records because they were giving automatic losses, and we have to factor that in. You can't just be like, oh, such and such.
Fellas, Aaron got like 50 in the 4th right now.
Fellas, one mic. Let's hold it down. I appreciate that tangent. Normally, I don't let tangents rock, but I appreciate that tangent. That